Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Indie Revolution Expo 2016, Day 2 on Saturday. Yesterday was fantastic, if not a little bit nerve-wracking, but I think we've settled into a nice groove. Hello, Jesse Fat Cat, in the, someone just said morning, in the chat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If anyone's listening to this recorded version...
Good morning.
After the event. Good morning. And
you're
also
probably not listening to it at 10.
7, you mean? 7?
Thanks to everyone who is showing up first thing in the morning. There were people in this chat before I was. And I was the first out of the three of us to get here. So thank you for that. We've got a lot of really cool panels coming up and game exhibits, of course. Live gameplay, giveaways. Speaking of giveaways... There's a contest for 33 games. You get to win all 33 out of one single pack. And
if you just scroll down on the screen, click the contest button, and it'll just take you there. We currently have 355 entries in that contest already.
Yes. But don't let that deter you, because you'll never win if you don't join.
That's true, and it's free.
Yeah, it's
free and easy.
For the most part.
Yeah, you just gotta... It's like social media stuff that you gotta do to gain entries and... whatever. That sort of stuff. But anyway, other than those 33 games, we also have sponsors. Thank you to GameKicker.org for sponsoring us. They are a crowdfunding source specifically for indie games. They really love indie games and helping out the community, much like we do. Our goals align, which is why I'm proud to have them sponsor Indie Revolution Expo. Go check them out. Message them. Let them know that we sent you. Especially if you're planning on doing crowdfunding. Also, Indie Box. We did an unboxing last night during the Indie Game Riot podcast at the end of IRX. You got so whoever's there for that got to see all the cool stuff. If not, you'll see it in the recorded version. Of course, the link below is an affiliate link, so that gives us a little bit of a kickback, and you get to support Indie Box and the devs that they feature. And then finally, Tiny Build, which is an indie publisher. If you go through that link, again, it's an affiliate link, kicks back to us, supports IRX, and supports Tiny Build and the devs that they publish. So thank you.
And we do have a Tiny Build game that signed up for the show.
Punch Club. Yeah, we talked about it last night.
I thought it was. I was making sure that it was Punch Club because I thought it was Punch Club, and then I was just like, if it's not Punch Club, I don't really want to say that.
Yeah, no.
Especially if we're talking about them sponsoring us. It's early. It's a long weekend.
Last year they had speedrunners in.
Yep.
In the IRX, they got honorable mention. What was it? Oh, and then finally all the other buttons down below. So like, just links to social media. Please feel free to check those out.
Yes.
Am I missing anything?
Because we don't have a link for it. If you would like to get some limited edition Indie Revolution Expo merchandise, we have the limited edition Indie Revolution Expo shirts on our Spreadshirt, which is in the chat right there, or you can go to IndieGameRiot.com and just search merch or whatever. It's in one of the tabs. You can find it.
Yep.
You're smart. You guys like games. You know what you're doing. Pretty cheap. I think they're like $15, $15.50, 16 bucks for a t-shirt. That's a great deal. It's a great shirt. It helps support us. It makes Indie Revolution Expo better for everybody.
This is this year's special shirt.
Limited edition?
Limited edition, so it will go away after IRX. There you go. So if you want that, go get it.
Signed by Tim Donnelly.
And the one that you get won't be backwards, don't worry.
No. Nope. All right, well, with that said, lower the music, and we'll get started.
Are we going to get going?
We're going to get going.
We'll get so excited.
All right, well, this is game exhibit number 6. However, it is the first of the day. And the first game we're going to be talking about is, I'm going to butcher the name probably, Pankapu the Dreamkeeper. What the hell? Sorry, everyone. There we go. The game audio is actually very low. There's nothing I can really do about that, unfortunately. So we'll just go ahead and talk about it.
All right.
Excuse me. Pumpkaboo the Dreamkeeper by Two Kind Studio. You can follow him on Twitter at Pankapu. The platform is on itch.io, but there is no price currently. Yes, it is gorgeous animation. Really nice art. Bright and colorful. I like that a lot. Sorry, Rev.
And the really cool thing, too, is that if you like what you see, link in the chat is for their alpha demo that you can download off their website, which is pretty awesome.
Yes, free alpha demo.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Dust.
Yeah. You're right.
Like,
I can see
very,
that.
very, very similar.
Maybe they were inspired.
I could see that. I could see that being the case.
Yeah. It's an action platform with two parallel stories between the dream world and the real world. It's an episodic game that they're going to release chapter by chapter. So it's going to be like you're going to be playing through, chunks of a story. It looks pretty fun. Oh, there's a skill tree, and you can go back to find. You can go back and replay all the stories that you've already played to find new and better loot to make your runs even that much more awesome too.
This is really. I'm surprised that they only have.
We haven't heard of it already.
Like, well, yeah, that too. But I'm surprised it's only on itch.io. Like, a lot of times people will only use itch.io to put up like pretty early builds. And I know this one's not actually released yet, but this looks polished enough that they could probably even have it on a Steam page, with a demo download or something like that.
Yeah, it's what they're probably working on. And if they hear this or show up in the chat, they can explain. But what I think it is they are trying to make it. They're trying to actually finish it. I bet because they're most likely. Yeah, exactly. They're most likely not going to go early access because it does seem to be a story-driven game, and going early access on an episodic story-driven game means that everybody who buys it in early access has very little reason
to go play
to go play it unless like it's a beta and then you release the last like 6 levels, and then that's fun too, but just releasing it out into the wild once it's finally done is a pretty good option for this, I think.
And what's cool too, I mean, you saw in the gameplay there that you can switch between 3 different fighting styles with the sword and the archer, and I think the other one was a mage. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looked like a mage.
And that calls for different kinds of gameplay while you're playing, and you can change on the fly. So it was cool because he would like swipe with the sword, leap up into the air, change into the archer, shoot, like Legolas.
Bunch of arrows.
Yeah.
And then change back to the sword guy.
Very smooth.
Yeah. Really cool looking.
Speaking of smooth, here's a smooth transition to our second game, Orbs. Everything's going to do that now. Wait. I know why everything's soft. Excuse me 1 second.
Technical difficulties?
No, it's because Skype likes to turn everything down.
Lower the volume, yeah.
Yeah. So, how do I change that? Dun. Excuse the technical difficulties. Do you know how to do that?
It's in the settings.
Well, no shit. That's not helping me. It wasn't doing this yesterday. That's the other problem.
That's not it.
Show advanced options. Nope.
I'm even trying to look for it, and I can't find it. Playback devices, communications tab.
Call. Where's playback devices is my question.
Maybe not. Audio settings? Oh, no. This is I guess this is an issue through Skype, I think.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, he's responding to chat. Chat is trying to troubleshoot your computer on a 2-minute delay.
Yeah, the delay would also probably get it.
Windows apparently should have the setting as well for allowing Skype to adjust volume automatically.
That would make sense.
Oh boy.
They are Microsoft.
All right, let me check.
Sorry about this.
Yeah.
While Josh is doing that, why don't we talk about Orbs, which is the next game on the list. We'll show gameplay when we can. It is an open world game where players are encouraged to explore, control, and discover their secrets in this 3D physicsy zone. And you play as an orb. And you can download this game for free in browser.
It's a sci-fi MMORPG. So it's not going to be just you roaming around.
Yeah.
And yeah. Fight your way through, but also are in a permanent conflict and competition. We apologize, gameplay would be playing, but you know.
Yeah. Are you getting any closer, Jesse? Or
I changed
Josh?
I changed the option in Windows, and it didn't help, as you can.
You might have to close everything out and then reopen it during the Skype call.
Yeah. Orbs.
So we might just have to deal with it.
Well, everyone wants to hear the audio. This
Right.
is Skype's doing, and it's pissing me off. Fuck you, Skype. I really hate you. Really do.
Keen Maverick says, open the volume mixer and switch the volume back up.
If it were only that easy, it might be that easy.
It's not how that works, because Skype is the one that's
Lowering it.
If I move the volume back up, then everyone gets blasted with our voices.
No, in the mixer you just turn up the source of the sound higher.
Right, that would be my headphones, which is what you're coming through as well.
No, if you click on the you're on 10. I don't know. Can you open up the volume mixer that shows all of the windows that are open with different volume levels available to them?
Oh, I didn't see this.
Where like system sounds, Orbs.
Gotcha. I didn't see the scrolling
like
thing.
Skype. Yeah.
Let's see how this works.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Back on track. Thank you, chat, for helping us with that.
We appreciate it.
Again with the epic music.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. You know, this music reminds me of music from Empire Earth. If you guys remember that game. It was an old RTS. Yeah, I liked it a lot. This is sort of like 3D Agario, almost.
I guess it's
A little bit.
it is in browser game, so it is for free.
Actually, it is. I believe that it is actually a. Oh no, it is in browser. It sent me a download. You can also download it if you feel like it.
Probably, but you can play it in browser, and it is for free. You can follow the devs at Blue Screen ISU.
That's I show you.
Yep.
Blue Screen I show you.
I show you is the actual developer name. So you can play it since it is in browser. You can play it at www.i-show-u.de/orbs.
You know, I have to say the only thing that I find disappointing about the trailer, and it's such a minor quibble, it's almost not worth mentioning. But
and here you go.
But here I go. I have no idea how combat is enacted.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think this is just meant to show you the action of it.
Right.
As
No,
you battle other players as your black evil orb. Of course, you see a leaderboard.
But
So if
the
you're into
only,
these
like I
kinds
said,
of online competition.
my only quibble is I don't know how to fight people yet, and I'm sure they walk you through that in the
Yeah.
game.
Most
But,
likely.
Actually, if you go to their website, they have all the controls and how to do everything on there. So
oh, excellent.
even before you play, you can look
Before
into
you
it. The
play.
trailer.
It's idiot proof, right?
I mean, you have to
Apparently, I am
read.
a better idiot. Apparently, I am the perfect idiot. So,
Yeah, but it seems like that you can like you're almost like a planet. You just have as you get stronger, more and more orbs surround you. I don't know if you can absorb other orbs or if you just kind of pick up pieces of orbs or something.
There might be something to do with like points and upgrading the size of your orb or whatever. But definitely check it out. There's obviously more game than we can show you here, which is surprising because you're a ball rolling around in a.
Well, let me tell you. let me tell you. My orb is certainly the biggest.
okay.
All right, cool.
And then with that said,
And with that said, we're going to show you a bunch of people. We're going to show you a bunch of game characters whose orbs are even bigger than all of ours combined.
oh yeah,
In Renowned Explorers International Society.
Are a renowned expedition leader about to uncover the greatest mystery of your career, the Emerged Island. As you start exploring this mystical place, you hear chanting in the distance and decide to use some of your supplies for a detour. You discover some kind of ritual. But first, let's introduce your crew. Victor Senya, a fighter captain, rich with military experience. Kiwi Pakariki, wily survivalist with a heart of gold. And finally, Maria Rodriguez, charmer and heartbreaker. Lacking a scientist, which would have been perfect for this challenge, you choose for Kiwi to sneak closer and study the ritual. However, she's noticed, and the strangers attack. Your crew isn't optimized for a violent approach, so you offer a peace treaty. They don't respond well. They attack and backstab Maria. These brutes should not go unpunished. You unleash Kiwi's torrent of insults. Maria adds to the vocal barrage with a particularly humiliating remark on the attacker's funny smells. With their spirit broken, the enemy flees the scene, crying, leaving behind a voodoo doll. Licking your wounds, you travel on. This side of the island seems positively filled with valuables. Kiwi spots one prize after another. But then you arrive at a shipwreck. You thought you were well prepared, but you didn't expect to go up against a ghost captain. Instantly, your crew loses all resolve and they flee in terror. Maybe fighting ghosts isn't the best way to become the most renowned explorer. Or maybe you should start with a wholly different crew. You decide how every new adventure unfolds. But then again, you can never quite know what you'll discover with Renowned Explorers. Start your adventure now.
We talked about this game on. Is there more going?
no.
All right, cool. We talked about this game on the podcast a few months ago. This is it's it's a strategy game / management game, but also with a very interesting combat mechanic that's sort of like a tactical RPG, almost 4X, except instead of just fighting, you have multiple different avenues to take while you are engaged in combat with any enemy. And as you saw in the trailer, either you can, stand up and fight if you have characters that can fight. You can, kill the resolve of the enemy by insulting how they smell.
You know what this game reminds me of? This game evokes Monkey Island to me.
I can see kind of the aesthetic of it.
It not necessarily just the aesthetic, but it's like the evolution of Monkey Island.
See, I don't know. Maybe. Okay. I don't know. But a lot of people are commenting on the non-combat combat, which I think is really cool. So there's reasons that you pick different kinds of people. And I mentioned that you don't have a scientist on your team. You have a fighter and a couple of people who are charismatic in different ways. Someone who insults, someone who compliments. There's also like a scientist group of people who are kind of like the roguish types, and also tend to be snarky in battles. So you want to have those on the team sometimes. The other reason that you want different people, though, you're not always fighting. You're also just trying to complete tasks. Like you see the little spin wheel that comes up, and you either get a skull or the logo. If you have someone who has the skills that match the required task ahead of you, then you get more logos and more likely to succeed when you spin the wheel. You saw that they had the wrong person do the thing, and there was all skulls but one slot. So a lot of times, you need to plan ahead and figure out who you're going to pick. You can make it harder for yourself based on the people that you pick, but at the same time, you might be really good at something else. Depends on how you want to play. So it's really cool that there's high replay value. It's a roguelike where once you die, and you have to start over, but then you can start over with other people.
The best part. The best part about this game is that we get to give one of them away.
Yeah, I forgot to do the giveaway, so I'll put that up.
One of you lucky people in chat, and oh god, it's only 7:30 in the morning, are going to walk away with your own copy of Renowned Explorers International Society.
So, a little bit more info. It is $19.99 on Steam, and that game is for Windows, Mac, and Steam Play.
I'm going to go ahead and throw a link to their Steam page in the chat. And you can pick it up there. Josh is going to start off the giveaway right now.
And then I guess we are moving on to he can't do 4 things at once.
So we'll wait for just a second.
We'll wait
while we do.
All right,
we're good. The poll or the contest has started. If you want a copy, vote yes. Otherwise, choose one of the other 2 options, no, or that you'd rather buy it instead of win it. But if you want a copy, huh?
No, finish up.
If you want a copy, select yes.
And hi from the U.S. to Darwin 007
to Poland.
Who's apparently in Poland joining us.
Hot damn, International Society.
Right.
One more thing, I just want to make sure I find the codes in my list so I have them ready. There they are. Okay. Next up, we have
a game that Josh and Rev and I all played at Too Many Games.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these are awesome people. By Wimba Studios, we got The Island of Eternal Struggle. That is the Island of Eternal Struggle by
Don't let
Wimbus
this game
Studios.
fool you.
Yeah.
Don't let this game fool you.
It
was the loudest, craziest game that people were playing at the convention.
It looks like, I'm not sure if they
entire
used RPG Maker or not, but it looks like they use that kind of an engine.
Right.
You can follow these people at Wimbus Studios. You can find it on Steam. There's currently a demo on itch.io on Steam that they currently have a Greenlight campaign. So go vote yes. The link is in the chat. Help them get on Greenlight. Go ahead.
One of the coolest things about this game, when we saw it at Too Many Games, we were talking with the devs doing an interview for a show, and there had been a group of guys come up, and they were a little bit inebriated, and they just kind of picked it up and they started playing, and they got so like there are 6 guys standing there, and they're like yelling at the dude holding the controller, and they're like, "No, A now, hit A now, motherfucker, hit A now!" And they're like, they're all getting into it because they're in this boss fight. They're in this boss fight, and they're going.
Nobody has won this entire weekend.
Well, I found so I did some digging into that. They went for 45 minutes in this combat and are like dragging it on, and like they're getting all more and more excited, and then they finally die, and they're like, "Oh no, we got to try this again!" Like hand off the controller to the next person, and the dev leans over and says, "Yeah, there's a bug in that combat that makes it unbeatable."
Hey, they held on for a long time.
Well,
it is so much fun. I like. Go ahead.
The reason why it's so fun, if you haven't picked up on it, is that every single spell, every single thing that you do in combat is also a twitchy minigame.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the standard turn-based combat. You see there, I mean, there's like little bars that slide across the bottom. You have to hit at the right time. There's also those little, it's a lot of like mini game-ish type things in the game in this. You saw them running away from that big giant that you have to hop over. It was like a runner kind of game where you had to hop over cracks to get away from it. It's really innovative for this kind of an RPG. It's like it looks like a JRPG style game, but they added so much innovation to it.
More depth to it.
Depth.
Yeah, is a good way of putting it. Do we want to give away our copy now?
Yeah, I'm ready to give away. I'm going to give away 2 copies of
2
Renowned
copies.
Explorers. Here we go. Stopping to pick the winners. First winner is Howling Hamster Games. Congratulations.
Huzzah.
And the next winner is Ogre. You also win Renowned Explorers. I will whisper the codes to you shortly as we show you the next gameplay. Speaking of the next gameplay, the next one is Charmixy Witch Academy.
The legends tell of a magic mirror that if you held in your hands and wished to be a witch, it would whisk you away to an enchanted place.
That is Charmixy Witch Academy. This game
Available?
Oh yeah, available on itch.io. Go ahead.
Go, yeah, link in the chat. Twice Removed says, I thought the laughing was us at first.
You know, I thought somebody was laughing too, and then I was like, no, it's definitely the video.
That's how I laugh when I'm not thinking about it.
Like an evil, crazy witch.
Yeah.
So this is a completely free, 100% free. You will never spend a single cent on this game. There are no microtransactions. Free game.
Mm-hmm. It is currently on itch.io. I think they wanted to release it on mobile, but they couldn't because they didn't pass their Kickstarter, so they couldn't get it on mobile. But I think that's still one of their goals, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It is like a match 3 type of thing, but there's a lot more to it. Match 3 is like the game in the game, but there's also a social interaction type of thing where you have to develop relationships with your friends, and there's an enemy that you have to defeat and all that sort of stuff. And for those casual gamers, like I know Rev's wife likes to do the dress up type stuff. If I think you told me once.
Yes.
A lot of times. Oh, good for kids too. If you have kids.
Yeah. It's Sorry, now this isn't saying anything bad about it, but it's a game for girls.
I don't know.
Shenanigans?
I mean, you know, well, no, but I mean that's sort of how they're marketing it.
I don't know. I kind of
like, hey, we had.
I mean, other than the dress up thing, it's kind of interesting to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, it's definitely it's not a. Oh yeah, this is a game for girls, and it's gonna be crap. No, it's a game.
Dig yourself out of this pit.
Everyone tweet Tech at Techido_ and call him a sexist. Feel free.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. be careful though, because people will think you're serious, and then I'll actually get attacked. But that'll be funny. It'll be publicity. Hell.
Publicity, yeah. Any publicity.
Yeah.
So
definitely check it out. It is really neat. We also have an interview with one of the people who worked on it.
Chic Monster.
Chic Monster from on the Indie Game Riot podcast. So if you hashtag Tech is sexist, perfect.
Howling Hamster. Before we go, Howling Hamster Games wants to know: is there a limit to the amount of games that they can win this weekend? And the answer is technically yes.
Well, yeah.
You could theoretically win every single game. Plus the mega pack. That would be the limit to the amount of games that you could win this weekend. So feel free to
answer your question normally, without being a prick. No, you can win more than one game. All right, last game, but certainly not least. And this one has the dev in the chat, who is going by Robotic Sarcasm. Is Protocol Peaceful Annihilation. Enjoy. Oh, wait. It's because I have to refresh everything. There we go. Protocol Peaceful Annihilation launches July 20th, according to this trailer.
It is a 2D strategy game where you defeat communism with money.
Screw you,
and
communism.
not bullets
All the
or
communists are
lasers.
listening are like, what?
You so what you saw there? Someone was asking what was being clicked on in the video. I do believe that is they're trading on the black market and trying to evade the space cops while also trying to topple capitalism with great open market not capitalism, communism with open market capitalism by just going. Yeah, exactly. Yep, cool. I'm glad that the dev approves of my simple...
So basically, you're trying to avoid those hammers are the communists because, of course, red hammers stand for communism, as we all know, thanks to the Cold War. And you're trying to avoid the communists, and you're getting resources from all the different places that you're trying to travel to, and you can see them buying and selling up in the left corner there. And it's kind of cool. I like the whole idea of having to avoid the people. And
the one of the best parts is on the website page. Escaping from police is a fun infinite runner mini game.
You heard it here first, folks. Escaping from police game is fun, except for in America.
There is an alpha build. Link is in the chat. roboticsarcasm.itch.io /protocol-peaceful-annihilation. Go check it out. I am not going to have time today, but it's on my list. I've got a spreadsheet. So,
if you want the game for free at launch, put that. Someone make that clickable.
I'm going to make that a clickable link. Oh no, I'm being told the alpha build is no longer available. My apologies, folks.
And that's the newsletter to the link.
But yeah, if you
get it,
if you click on that link and sign up, get the game free. Do it. You have nothing to lose. All right.
You know what else you have nothing to lose is time, because soon we will be going into a talk from Chuck Carter on making Zed as an indie company. Chuck Carter worked on games such as Myst or Command and Conquer.
Not just worked on. He was like one of the original 5
Well,
people.
I mean, when you say worked on, yeah, he was one of the 5 people who made Myst. And he also does work for NASA, so if you've seen any renders from NASA, may have been him. Possible it was his. That's coming up at 11.